जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे यो श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे या देवी सर्वभूतेषु देवीरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. Dear devotees, as we all discussed previous Saturday on Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi, her aspect as goddesses. She has got infinite names, she has got infinite aspects, she has got infinite facets of her personality, which we cannot really conceive. Through her grace, and whatever the great people, starting from the greatest incarnation, Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Vivekananda, Swami Brahmananji, Mahapurush Maharaj, that is Swami Shivananji, Baburaj Maharaj, Baburam Maharaj, that is Swami Premananji, and the disciples, direct disciples of Holy Mother Sharda Devi, whom they all witnessed the greatness of Holy Mother Sharda Devi. Based on their reminiscences, we can have a glimpse about her. In my previous talk itself, I told that understanding the greatness of these people will bring more and more devotion. It increases our devotion towards them so that our nature, our quality of devotion, our quality of life does increase, and it will help us, and it will help into for our spiritual practice. We'll be able to meditate properly, we'll be able to do prayers, we'll be able to do our spiritual sadhanas heartfully. That is the reason we have to understand these people's greatness. And also, it brings a lot of faith for us when we are facing adverse circumstances. Some devotees might have faced similar incidents in their lives. When Sri Ramakrishna or Holy Mother Sharda Devi, they came in their rescue by their infinite grace. It ushers a great confidence for us. Okay, we have also taken the shelter at the feet of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother Sharda Devi, or Swami Vivekananda, or any great saints, great people, or any god or goddesses. Definitely, if we sincerely pray for them, they do come and they will protect us. They will take care of us. They will guide us at all times. That confidence, that faith, Shraddha will bring so much energy in everyone's life. That is the reason we have to read, we have to reread, we have to study, we have to think again and again the life and teachings of these great people. As a part of it, today we are having a talk on Holy Mother as a Goddess, part 2. Once, Sri Ramakrishna said to Swami Trigunatitananji that you take initiation or you receive initiation from Holy Mother herself. Why? Because infinite and inscrutable are the ways of the Maya of Radha. Millions of Krishnas and Ramas are created, sustained, and destroyed by it. Imagine Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Avatara Varishtha, himself is telling to Swami Trigunatitananji about Holy Mother. Indirectly, he is hinting that infinite and inscrutable are the ways of Maya of Radha. Millions of Krishnas and Ramas are created, sustained, and destroyed by it. Here, Radha is just a name. We can take Holy Mother Sharda Devi or Universal Mother, any aspect of Universal Mother. By her mere wish, thousands of millions of Krishnas and Ramas can be created, can be protected, sustained, and destroyed, it seems. What is the power of Universal Mother? And such a Universal Mother descended on this earth in the form of Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi. As Sri Ramakrishna himself says in some other place, she has covered herself with her modesty and with her simplicity. It is very difficult to understand about her. He gives an example like a charcoal, burning charcoal has been covered with the ash. For outlooking, we feel that there is nothing, there is no fire. The moment we keep our hand or feet on that, we feel the heat. So similarly, just like the ashes covered on the burning charcoal, similarly, Holy Mother herself has covered herself with the modesty and with the simplicity. It is not that easy to understand her. So through her grace, as I said, through her grace only we can understand. I think Sri Ramakrishna gives one more beautiful example, that a person gives a diamond for his worker, the worker who was working in the home. He gives to his worker and say that you go to a vegetable merchant and you ask what will be the cost. He goes there and he asks the vegetable merchant. He goes to a vegetable merchant who was selling the brinjals. So he goes, the worker goes and asks the vegetable merchant, so I've got a diamond here, a stone here. How much you can give? He nicely he examines and he says 6 or 7 baskets of brinjals I can give. More than that I can't. Then the worker says, okay, I will inform my master. If he wishes, I will sell to you. And he goes back to the house and he reports to his master saying that whatever the vegetable merchant said. He laughs and he says, now you go to cloth merchant and you ask. The cloth merchant, he examines and he says, probably few hundred rupees or 500 rupees or 1,000 rupees I can give. More than that I can't. Then again the worker goes and reports to his master the cloth merchant's sentence, and he sends like this one or two other three people. Finally, he asks his servant to go to a diamond merchant and ask what is the worth of it, what's the price of it. Then the servant goes to the diamond merchant and he gives the diamond and he asks how much you can give. He says, this is one of the precious jewel, the precious diamond. Till now I have never seen. I cannot give so much because it a few lakhs or crores may come. I may not have that much money. Something like that, he says. So similarly, to understand the worthiness, to understand the uniqueness or greatness of the diamond, only diamond merchant is eligible. So similarly, to understand her greatness, to understand the uniqueness, the greatness of Holy Mother Sharda Devi, Sri Ramakrishna had to descend, Sri Ramakrishna had to say foremost, firstly that who is she? She is Holy Mother herself, she is Mother Saraswati. She has disguised in this form. And he warns his nephew, Hruday, saying that once Hruday, he behaves badly with the Holy Mother. By witnessing that, by seeing that, Sri Ramakrishna gives a warning to Hruday, his nephew. See, if something happens to him who is residing here, if he opens his hood, you can be saved. But if something happens to her, if she feels offended and if the hood rises in her, then even Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, no one can protect you, no one can save you, no one can save you in this entire world. So be aware when you are talking or conversing with her. So this is the warning was given by none other than the Satya Rupi, the embodiment of truth, personification of truth, the Sri Ramakrishna to Hruday. Why I use the word personification of truth, the adjective, or the Swarupa of Sri Ramakrishna, because Sri Ramakrishna never used to tell simply lie. He never used to boost the people, never used to tell something just because for saying, just for the sake of saying. He always used to speak the truth. So whatever Sri Ramakrishna has spoken, definitely it should be truth. So based on this, we can understand the greatness of Holy Mother Sharda Devi. That's why Raja Maharaj, Swami Brahmananji, the first president of Ramakrishna Order, and also the child of Sri Ramakrishna, Manasika Putra, we say, of Sri Ramakrishna, he says, the who is Holy Mother? The Holy Mother is Mahamaya herself. Jai Shri Mahamayi ki Jai Vital. So Mahamayi means what? Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi. The Holy Mother is Mahamaya herself. Though none can understand her, can any ordinary being digest the worship of an incarnation like Sri Ramakrishna? We can remember the story I told in my previous class, where Sri Ramakrishna sat and did a tapasya, meditation, penance. When Hruday went and tried to sit on that seat, he got feeling of burning sensation. His whole body, as if like he was sitting on the fire and his whole body was getting burned, and he has to shout, scream, he has to shout for the help of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna came and he dragged him from that seat. Just where the Sri Ramakrishna sat for the tapasya or the penance, where the Hruday went and sat, he was unable to digest it. Here, 12 years of tapasyas, all phala, fruits, was given, offered at the feet of Holy Mother Sharda Devi, and she Sharda Devi accepted. Means you can understand what is the greatness, what would have been the greatness of Holy Mother Sharda Devi. If common people would have been in that place, probably they would have been burnt into ashes. That's what even Raja Maharaj Brahmaji says. From this alone, one has to understand what a great repository of power she was. It is extremely difficult to understand the mother, how she has kept deluded all with her love. She has deluded all of us with her love, it seems. The mother is the supreme primordial power herself. This is told by Raja Maharaj himself. Parama Prakriti. She is the supreme primordial power herself. Through her grace, attainment of liberation becomes easy. Here we can probably a joking incident on the lighter side also, and it is a truth also. I would like to mention, because he says through her grace, attainment of liberation becomes easy. Direct disciples, many of the young disciples were staying in Dakshineshwar, based on their body and their nature and all. Sri Ramakrishna had made a rule. Okay, he can eat like for an example, Baburam Maharaj can eat 2 chapatis, and someone can eat 3 chapatis, one can eat 1 chapati, one can eat 4 chapatis, something like that. Rule was made. And Holy Mother used to feed them, all of the young monastic disciples, and she never used to listen to all that. When they said that Master has said so much we should eat, oh, your Master will be saying, don't worry, you eat. And saying that she used to force with all that love, she used to feed them nicely. One fine day, somehow Sri Ramakrishna came to know this, that she is feeding nicely, and their whatever the prescribed chapatis were, their number of chapatis, more than that, most of them they are taking. Then he heard, he kept quiet. Then, when Holy Mother Sharda Devi came night to serve the supper for Sri Ramakrishna, while eating, Sri Ramakrishna said, see, have taken their spiritual responsibility of all these young minds, young monastic disciples. So it is my responsibility to see that they progress spiritually. So keeping in that in mind, I have made a rule that they should eat 2 chapatis, they should eat 3 chapatis, they should eat 1 chapati or 4 chapatis, so on, so on. But I hear that you are pressing them to eat more chapatis. So if they eat like this and if they sleep, they will not be able to meditate, or they may not be able to do spiritual practices. Who will take care of them? Who will be responsible for their spiritual practice? Please, I request you not to do this. Don't continue this. Then Holy Mother says, no, they are all young minds. Never mind, by eating 1 or 2 chapatis, their spiritual progress will not be hampered. Then Sri Ramakrishna says, no, you have to promise me that you will not give. You will not do like this. Then Holy Mother says, I cannot do that. I am a mother. I cannot do that. Then who will take care of their spiritual responsibility? When Sri Ramakrishna asks, Holy Mother tells, by eating 1 or 2 chapatis, if their spiritual progress is hampered and you cannot take the spiritual progress, never mind, leave it. I will take care of their spiritual progress. I will take the responsibility for their spiritual progress. When she says that, Sri Ramakrishna keeps quiet, because it is her department of feeding the food, because of that motherly nature. So I am interfering in her department. Sri Ramakrishna understood and he kept quiet. And she very boldly she said that if you are unable to take their spiritual responsibility, leave it, forget. I am ready to take their spiritual responsibility. So here and there, like this, Holy Mother used to give a hint about herself. Once, Rameshwaram, Shashi Maharaj was instrumental in bringing Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi to southern part of India, as we all know. She came to Chennai. She stayed in Chennai. Afterwards, she came to Bangalore also. Bangalore also. This is the one place where Holy Mother Sharda Devi, she stayed in the monastery itself. Most of the time, she never used to stay in the monasteries, because she had many companions. So, she used to have many women disciples or their relatives, which will be a problematic for the monks who are staying in the monastery. As a result, most of the time she used to stay out. For example, we have seen in Vrindavan, we can see, especially in Kashi and all, in front of Kashi Sevashrama, she stayed nearby. Whereas in Bangalore ashram, she stayed in the ashram itself. And her habit was wherever the Sri Ramakrishna shrine is there, she used to stay in the Sri Ramakrishna shrine only. That's why you can see in the Bangalore Mutt, the present prayer hall, the present shrine was the prayer hall, and the Holy Mother shrine, whatever we see, that was the actual shrine in the olden days. Because it was Sri Ramakrishna's shrine, Holy Mother stayed there. That's why that has been converted to Holy Mother shrine. Generally, Holy Mother's portrait has been kept to left side of Sri Ramakrishna. But whereas in Basavangudi, if you see, it is opposite. She has her portrait is kept in right side. Why? Because she stayed there. Since she stayed there, that is that room has been converted into the shrine. Now she was staying there. One fine day, behind the temple, there's a small hillock. So she had climbed that hillock and she was staying with a attendant, and she was witnessing the sunset. Someone said this to Shashi Maharaj. Shashi Maharaj was very happy. She has become a Parvatavasini, saying that he ran and he climbed that hillock and he prostrated and he chanted Sarva Mangala Mangalya and all the three stanzas, whatever which we chant every day. And he prostrated, so he did a Sastang Pranams and all. So that has become the holy place for all of us now. We all the devotees, monks, brahmacharis, we go every day, we pay their respect. Just Holy Mother sat one day probably, that's all. So and Shashi Maharaj went and prayed, and she was very happy about. She blessed Shashi Maharaj. This is the incident we know. Now it has become such a pilgrimage. Many of the devotees, they go, they sit and pray, they do japa meditation, they pray whatever they desire, either materialistically in the material life, whatever the bhukti and mukti we say, whatever the desires in a materialistic life they want, or whatever the desires they have got spiritually, spiritual desires. Everyone, most of their desires are fulfilled. For an example, I don't want to tell the devotee's name because she has requested me not to use her name at any time. A devotee, after marriage, for a few years, there were no offsprings. She was not able to get pregnant or whatever. Then once fine day, she was shown to her doctor. Doctor said medically there is a problem in you. That's why you will not be able to conceive a baby. We are sorry for this. She felt very bad. Then their parents, her parents, and the husband, everyone consoled her, saying, "What happened? Whatever happened is happened. You can't do anything. Maybe in this life or in the previous life, we might have done some bad karma or whatever. So that's why it might have happened. So never mind. Don't worry. Whatever happened is happened. Let be the wish of Holy Mother, or let be the wish of Sri Ramakrishna, because they're the devotees of Sri Ramakrishna and Holy Mother." But she felt very bad because after all she is a lady and he wanted to beget a children. She wanted to give a birth to a child and she wanted to enjoy that motherhood. She felt very bad. She felt a pain, agony, and for few, probably 1 or 2 or few days, she was crying, crying, crying. And one fine day, she remembered, if Holy Mother is there, why can't she listen to my prayer? Because she has listened to many people's prayer, many devotees' prayer, and she has bestowed the boon. Why can't she can bestow on me also? If Holy Mother is there, let me see it. And she went to this Holy Mother's rock in the Bangalore Mart. She prostrated with full tears, with all sincerity, with sincere devotion. She prayed, "Mother, doctor has said that I cannot conceive a baby. Let the doctor say I don't bother. Now I am taking a shelter at your feet. Till I hear a good news. Till then, I will do fasting. I will do Maunarata. I will not talk with anyone. I will pray for you, pray for you, pray for you, so that till I get a good news, I will not stop this fasting and all." She prayed, she did the sankalpa, and she went back to her home and she said that she is doing some upavasa. Please don't disturb her. She requested their family members for 8 or 9 or 10 days. She was doing a fasting and she was just praying, praying, praying. At the end of 9th or 10th day, there were the signs of her conceiving, and but still she was not confident. She went to the doctor and it was examined, and for their astonishment, as a medical astonishment, as a medical miracle, she had conceived, and afterwards she gave a birth to a young child and baby, and she's doing very well, and she is the child prosody, and she's doing many things, and she's enacting in the films and all. And such a noble natured young girl. I was able to. I'm good. I mean, I'm blessed to see that young girl with a full of divine qualities and a good nature. See, Holy Mother just sat in a place and she sanctified there. And now people go with the devotion, sincere devotion, with the faith and with the pray. All their answers are fulfillments. What with the power of Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi? This can be one of the incident. Why? Because through her grace, attainment of liberation also becomes easy. Or she's Mahamaya, primordial power. She can give anything and everything. Bhukti or mukti, whatever we wish, it can be given. It can be given by them, by her. So this we can understand very clearly. Once a disciple told or asked Mother, Mother, after having seen you, sometimes some of us are not respecting the various goddesses anymore. Why is it so? After seeing you, we feel that you are the goddesses for us, you are the alpha and omega for our life. So saying that or feeling that we are not, they are not respecting the other gods and other forms of gods and goddesses. Why is it so? Then Holy Mother becomes very grave and she says, why not? They are all my parts, she replies, you see. After seeing you, people feel that we need not to respect any other gods and goddesses. She says, why not? They should respect because they are all my parts. I am the primordial power, I am the Parama Prakruti, I am the Jagan Mata, and they are all my parts. They are all my parts. So, Holy Mother herself is telling that she is Jagan Mata, she is the universal mother. And probably this incident, every one of us will be knowing when she was a small child, probably of 5 or 6 or 8 years. When she used to, just as a play, she used to worship different gods and goddesses, and especially goddesses. When she worships goddesses and she sits as a child play, when she used to sit for meditation, even we can see in the same thing in the case of Swami Vivekananda, even as a child play, he used to sit and he used to get engrossed. His concentration was 100%. Even a snake came and he was unaware of all these things. We know that. Similarly, in the Holy Mother's case, when she used to sit for meditation, in no time her concentration was full. She used to engross and she was not aware of any surroundings and the people who is coming, who is going, who is seeing, who is talking, etc. Not only that, whichever the goddesses, the deity's idol was there. In no time, when she was meditating on that particular goddesses, in no time, people have witnessed whatever the form, appearance of the deity which was in the idol and Holy Mother's face appearance, both were resembling, both were symmetrical. People are getting a full concentration and meditating, it's all fine. We hear similar incidents with many people, with many great people. Whereas in Holy Mother's life, 100% concentration, apart from that, her face and Holy Mother's face used to look alike. This itself, this one incident also shows clearly that she is the primordial power, she is the universal mother. In the Bhagavad Gita, I think, yes, in the Bhagavad Gita, there's a shloka. Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavritaha mudhoyam nabijanati loko mamajam vyayam. What is that? What does it mean? I am covered with yoga maya. Hence, I do not expose myself to all. The ignorant cannot know my birthless and deathless nature. So until otherwise we do some sadhana, we have got some purity of mind. When we get her grace, then only we can understand who is she. Otherwise we cannot. Because she herself is saying he or she, the God is, covering themselves with their yoga maya. The same thing we can see in the life of Holy Mother. There was a cat which was in Jairambati. It was taken well, it was taken care, and every day some amount of milk and a good amount of rice was also fed to the cat. Probably who have studied the life of Holy Mother, you can know at that during the mother's time, there was a problem of getting a milk. And when the Calcutta devotees used to go to Jairambati, she was aware most of the devotees, they had a habit of taking tea. So house to house, she used to go and she used to ask whether you have got some milk, extra milk, please give. And she used to collect the milk for the devotee's sake, for her disciples' sake. And she used to collect like that from house to house, whatever the given milk from different houses, she used to store in the house. And the devotees and disciples, for the devotees and disciples, tea and curd was done, prepared and served. And how much ever you feed the cat doesn't leave its nature, you see. That's why stealthily the cat used to go, and she, many times the cat used to try to drink the milk which is kept in the kitchen. So as a result, many times the devotees or disciples were not getting enough milk or curd, and mother used to feel bad. That's why a brahmachari used to feel always bad about this cat. How much ever you feed rice with milk and all, but still this cat is doing like that. So many times he used to take a stick and used to uh, try to beat the cat. Whenever the brahmachari used to going to beat the cat immediately used to rush and used to take the uh, used to go, I mean, it used to approach Holy Mother Sharda Devi, and it used to take shelter at the holy feet of Sri Sharda Devi, Holy Mother Sharda Devi. When the moment the cat is near Holy Mother, the brahmachari was unable to do anything. He used to hide the stick and simply used to walk away. And Holy Mother also knew that what all the things cat has done. Once she made a remark that, see, whatever, how much ever you feed for the cat, cat's nature is how much ever you feed, but still it stealthily or it goes and it drinks the milk. That's its nature. So why do you beat on that? But somehow the brahmachari was little strong, no mother, because it goes and drinks unknowingly, we don't know, and it goes and the cat goes and drinks the milk. As a result, there will be a lack of milk, and again you have to go to different devotees' houses and you try to ask them, which I don't want. That's why I'm little annoyed about the cat. And many times, sometimes when the cat was unable to find mother, yeah, the cat also used to receive the beatings from this brahmachari. One fine day, mother was supposed to leave Jainambati and she was supposed to go to Calcutta. That day also the cat did same prank, and he was about to be, the brahmachari chased the cat, and he was about to beat. Immediately it rushed and he took the shelter at the feet of Holy Mother Sharda Devi. He was rushing towards the cat, and but then he saw the Mother Sharda, the Holy Mother, and just he kept quiet and hiding the stick. Mother understood. Then mother became very grave. My dear boy, I am going to Calcutta, leaving this cat here. The cat may, without knowing, it may do go and drink the milk in the kitchen. Even if it does, you should not beat me. You should not beat it. You promise me. But initially, the brahmachari was little hesitant. He was not interested. He didn't want. Then mother gravely she told, see, why you know? I am also residing in this mother, in this cat. So if you beat the cat, it is equally good. It will be equal that you will be beating me. So that's why I'm asking a promise from you that you will not beat the cat. Then Brahmachari became very mm, what you say, nervous, and he prostrated to the feet of mother and he said, no mother, I cannot do that. Please excuse me. And, he said, he prayed and he said, now onwards, whatever the cat may do, I will not beat. The similar incident we can see in the life of Mother Parvati, where Ganesha had a play with the cat, and he did something. He had scratched on for a cat. The cat had a wounds, and when he came to see his mother Parvati, mother face everything was full of wounds. He got furious. He was furious, and he asked, "Who did that?" Then she said, "You did that." Then Ganesha was astonished. Mother, when did I do? I'm seeing now only, and how can you say that? How can you put a blame on me? Say that I did scratch on you and I created wounds on you. Then she said, you remember on the whole day, whatever the incidents happened, did you do for anyone? Then he was thinking. Then he said, yes, I did for the cat. Then I'm living in the cat. I'm residing in the cat. When you are done to the cat, that means it is for me also. Then that day he understood, and he was able to, from that day onwards, he was very careful. That's what we see in the Purana, the story. So similarly, we can see here the Holy Mother herself is telling that I am residing even in this cat. So how can you beat it? If you beat, it is equally good that you will be beating me. So here we can she herself is telling as all of us that I am residing in every being as a primordial power, as Holy Mother or Universal Mother. Once in Nahabad, Holy Mother Sharda Devi, she was duffing the chapati. For chapati, she was duffing the powder. Sri Ramakrishna, from his room, he was going to Panchavati. While going, he went through Nahabad and he saw that mother, he was duffing the atta for to prepare chapatis for the disciples who had come to Dakshineshwar. And when he went to Sri Ramakrishna went to Panchavati, he saw Latu Maharaj, Swami Adbhutanji is meditating. He calls Adbhutanji Latu Maharaj, "Hey Latu, on whom you are meditating?" She's with sweat, she's duffing the atta, that chapati powder. Why don't you go and help her? By helping her, that will be the greatest meditation, he says. Then Latu Maharaj has his guru says, so he takes the Guru Vakya and he goes and he helps Holy Mother. So in here we can very clearly understand on whom you are meditating. The same person is duffing the chapati powder or atta. Why don't you go and help her? That can be the greatest meditation. So Sri Ramakrishna is again telling that Holy Mother Sharda Devi is none other than the universal mother Adi Shakti, Adhya Shakti. So we can understand very clearly. And when Holy Mother was probably at the age of 16 or 18, this is the famous incident. Every one of us, we know that. That she got a news or she got a hearsay that Sri Ramakrishna has become mad and he has lost his mental balance. Sometimes he cries, sometimes he shouts, sometimes he falls on the ground saying that mama and all. Such things are happening in the name of spirituality, in the name of religious practice. He has lost his mind, has become a mad. People started talking all this. Good news, you see, good news don't spread fast, but bad news or hearsay, such type of rumors spread very fast, isn't it? So that rumors, that time transportation communication, though it was less, not like present day, but still it did spread. And it spread to Jarambati also. People started when Holy Mother used to go to bring the water from the pond, or she used to go to for cleaning utensils or washing washing place anywhere. People used to talk. They used to talk, "Ayo, Mother, for Sharda, it should not have happened. What happened to What happened to Sharda? She has married to a madman, madcap, etc., etc." She used to hear, she used to feel very bad. After hearing for a few days, she decided that she never got offended. She never felt my parents married for a madcap, etc., etc. She never felt. Instead of that, she felt, as I am a wife of Sri Ramakrishna, it is my duty as a Sahadharmini, as a Ardhangini, to take care of my husband. So it is my duty to go and stay with him and to take care of his needs. Because 2 or 3 years before, when he came to Kamarpukur, I stayed with him for a few days. I didn't see anything. These people are saying something. Let me see and let me serve him and let me take care of him. This was, she decided, and through some relatives, this was told to his father, Ramchandra Mukherjee. Ramchandra Mukherjee understood all that and she said, okay, for Snana Yatra, people are going, we shall go along with them. Then Holy Mother Sharda Devi, she took her clothes, she bundled it, and with his father, they were walking. Because Holy Mother had never had a habit of walking for such a long distance. After some walking, she felt a pain and she got a fever and all. So as a result, the group went away. She and her father stayed back, and she was resting in some choultry, that is chatra, in the common place where people can stay. And that night, she had a divine dream. A black complexioned lady, but she had a very divine beauty. She came and she said that, okay, don't worry, you will be okay and you will be able to reach Dakshineshwar. Then Holy Mother felt very astonished, amazed. Then she asked, who are you? How am I related to you? She says, the lady, the divine, with a divine beauty, or goddesses, we can say, goddess says that I am your sister. Holy Mother asking, who are you? How are you related to me? Or how am I related to you? And the goddess says that I am your sister. Means Bhavatarani herself had come to assure Holy Mother that don't worry, you will get well soon and you will be able to go and meet Sri Ramakrishna. Then, from where are you coming? When Holy Mother questions her, she says that I am coming from Dakshineshwar. And Holy Mother says, oh, is it? I'm thinking, I has a desire to go and meet my husband Sri Ramakrishna, but due to this fever, I don't know whether I'll be able to go or not. Then she says, don't worry, you will get well soon, and from tomorrow onwards, you will be okay. And I have kept him safely there. Don't worry, you will go and meet him. And who are you? I am your sister. And the dream, after the dream breaks, and for everyone's astonishment, for Holy Mother's astonishment and her father's Ramchandra Mukherjee's astonishment, morning there was no fever and there was no sign of weakness, and she was okay, and she was able to continue her work, and she reached Dakshineshwar, and she was able to see Sri Ramakrishna, everything was there. And Mother Bhavatani herself is saying to Holy Mother, I am your sister. So these are the incidents which probably we might have heard, we might have read many times, but we don't cogitate on that. A simple sentence is that oh, Bhavatarani, Mother Bhavatarani herself is saying that I am your sister. So we have to think again and again and again. Then these things will clear our doubts, and it will increase our devotion, faith towards Holy Mother Sharda Devi or Sri Ramakrishna. And once Holy Mother was pressing the legs of Sri Ramakrishna. Holy Mother asked for Thakur, Master, how do you see me? He immediately says, Mother Kali Bhavatarani, who is there in the temple, and who the lady Chandramani Devi who gave my birth, and now who is pressing my legs? All the three are one and the same. I look all of you people as a universal mother, as a mother. This probably even this incident also will be knowing that he used to see all the women as the embodiment of mother. That is a fine. And also the corollary is telling that Holy Mother herself is the universal mother in the form of in the universal mother form. Universal mother has come in the form of Sri Sharda Devi, and she is pressing my legs. So directly or indirectly, he is telling, he is declaring to the world about the divinity or about the universality or about the universal as a universal mother Sri Sharda Devi by Sri Ramakrishna. Again, we have to think, we have to think, we have to cogitate, we have to meditate on every incident whichever has happened in the life of Sri Ramakrishna or in the Holy Mother Sharda Devi. So every incident reveals many things for us. Our understandings becomes better. So we have to understand. There's a beautiful sloka. Om Shakti Swarupam Abhayam Atindritam Sri Ramakrishna Dharmam Ativa Gauravat Krupa Katakshaihi Bhavadukka Hantrim Namamyaham Tam Bhuvi Saradakyam. Om Shakti Swarupam Abhayam Atindritam Sri Ramakrishnat Dharmativa Gauravat. Once she is the spiritual concept of Sri Ramakrishna. Krupa Katakshaihi Bhava Dukkha Hantrim Namami Aham Tvam Bhuvi Saradakyam. Means I bow down to her, who is Mother Sharada in this world, who is of the nature of power, who is supreme power, who is fearless and ever alert, who is the consort of divine consort of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, because of her supreme greatness, who by a benign look destroys the miseries of the transitory existence. By her look, she can destroy the miseries of the transmigratory existence. This we have to understand, or we can see very clearly. And how can we see? How can we know? Ras Bihari Maharaj. Ras Bihari Maharaj, once he asked, he was a brahmachari at the time, he asked, Mother, people call Sri Ramakrishna as Bhagavan, is a Vishnu, etc., etc. Then who are you? He was a young chap. Yeah, if Sri Ramakrishna is a Bhagavan, then who are you? Immediately she tells, who am I? I am Bhagavati, none other than Bhagavati. And once, I think she was coming from Calcutta to Jairambati, or from Jairambati to Calcutta. She was going by train. Near Tarakeshwar, I think, she was about to take train, and she was sitting on the corridor in the railway station. A Mali, who used to take all the luggages of the people and used to take some money and used to lead his life. A Mali comes and prostrates to Holy Mother Sharda Devi. Oh, Mother Sita, I was waiting for you. I was searching for you. That Mother Sita will come and bestow on me. Why you came so late? You are none other than Mother Sita. Please bestow your grace upon me. Please bestow your grace upon me. He pleads her. Immediately she becomes grave and she asks her companions to go aside, and she there itself she initiates this Mali with the mantra. So that Mali, illiterate person who comes from a village, he doesn't have any education, he has not read Vedas, Upanishads, or any Puranas, or any Dharma Shastra Granthas, but he was able to understand who is she. He says, how blessed probably, in the previous lives, probably he has done a lot of tapasya. So the grace of Holy Mother, the grace of Universal Mother was on him. That's why as soon as he saw the mother, immediately he prostrates and he says, oh Mother Sita, I was waiting for you. Why are you so late? Where were you? Imagine. This every incident we should again, as I say, we should meditate. Meditate. That is called lila dhyana. Once you do the lila dhyana, your mind becomes soaked in the devotion. Your mind gets solace. When you have got a distress, when you have got a problems, and you'll not be able to sit for meditation probably. You probably may not be able to study, read good books. Will not be able to do japam also to larger extent. Such time, this incident should be taken. That in near Tarakeshwar, there is a railway station, then Holy Mother and their companion Yoginmar, Golapmar, Radhi, Nalini, or something like people were standing waiting for the train. A Mali, a person comes and he prays to Mother, you are the Mother Sita. Why you came so late? I was waiting for you. And Mother became grave and he asked their attendants to go aside, and she blesses him with the spiritual initiation, and she gives the krupa, she bestows her infinite krupa on the Mali. This incident we should meditate as if it is happening in front of us. That gives a lila dhyana. This lila dhyana ushers so much happiness, so much devotion towards Holy Mother, so that our mind becomes calm. So that due to the emotional turbulence or some problems and all, when our mind gets agitated, such type of incidents when we can meditate, that is which is called lila dhyana, our mind becomes calm. So it is very much required. The similar incident we can see after Bangalore or before Bangalore. She goes to Madurai, we know that, and she goes to Rameshwaram also. There, where Bhaskar Setupati, who was the disciple, none other than the disciple Swami Vivekananda, so he knew that is a Guru Patni, means Sri Ramakrishna's Patni, Guru Patni. So like that, our Guru's Guru, so that he had given a Adesha order that they are coming, whatever they want, everything you should show, and they should be allowed inside also. Probably in the South Indian temples, most of the South Indian temples, Garbhagriha inside going is out of question. Only in Shiva temples, one or two places at particular times, they may allow inside. And Holy Mother and their attendants, because they were the guests of the king, so they were allowed to go inside. And when she entered the Garbha Mandir, when she saw the Rameshwar, she made a remark, you know, oh, how I kept, it is like that only. Means what? As a mother Sita, she made the Shivalinga in the sand. We all know, as the Ramayana story goes, she made the Shivalinga from the sand, whatever the available sand on the bank of the sea, and she did it and she worshipped. So she is telling that, oh, however I had kept and worshipped, it is like that only. Immediately people asked the devotees who were there around her, Ma, what did you say? Oh, what did I say? Nothing. And she worshipped with the Shashi Maharaj had given 108 silver or gold bilva leaves. She worships Rameshwar Shiva with that golden or silver leaves, and she comes back. Afterwards, again, many people ask. Once she admits that yes, as a Sita, however I worshipped Rameshwara. So just like that is there, there's no change. So this also reveals us that who has come as a Sita, who has come as a Radha, she herself has come as Mother Sharada. And it is all our grace. The beauty is that the Holy Mother herself came in such a simple manner. And she stayed in the midst of common people. When she was Sita, she was simple, no doubt, but she was a queen. Probably her meeting with the common people was restricted. Whereas now, the mother, primordial power, Jaganmata, she descended on this earth and she takes the human birth and she stayed in the midst of all the common people and she was accessible to anyone and everyone. You see, what a beauty. How the people were blessed who stayed and who lived during Holy Mother's time. So this is also one more incident where we can understand that Holy Mother is none other than Sita, none other than Radha, none other than the Bhagavati. And also, one more incident we can remember very beautifully. We have gone to Koilpara. In the Koilpara, Holy Mother herself kept Sri Ramakrishna's portrait and her portrait and she worships there. And some other places she says that other than Bhagavati, Universal Adishakti, who am I? So again and again, she is telling that I am the Universal Mother. I am Sushtikarta, Palanakarta, Palayakarta. Other than that, who else I am? Only thing we have to understand again and again. Swami Vivekananda, when he used to come to Holy Mother, he used to have a bath with the fresh clothes, and again and again, he used to sprinkle Ganges. Because she is Adishakti, Parashakti, and if I have to go, I have to be purest form. In the purest form, I have to go and I have to approach her. Otherwise, it will be probably Ashraya dosha, Seva Prada. Used to become nervous and used to go again and again sprinkle Ganges water on himself and used to do Sastanga Pranam to Mother and used to pray. Such a devotion he had towards Mother. And Swami Vivekananda says, Mother has been born to revive the wonderful Shakti in India, without which nothing can be accomplished. Making her the nucleus, once more will Gargis and Maitreyas be born into the world. Mother's grace, mother's blessing are all paramount to me. And he continues, whether you may believe in Sri Ramakrishna or not, whether you accept Sri Ramakrishna as incarnation or not, I don't bother. But I'll be very clear, I want that everyone should accept Holy Mother Sharda Devi, otherwise my Dikara will be there. Who doesn't accept, who doesn't understand, no, Holy Mother as the primordial power, Adi Shakti. Such an amount of devotion he had towards Holy Mother. And also in his letter to Mahapurush Maharaj says, I want to start Sharda Mat in the name of Holy Mother, monastery for the nuns. In the name of Holy Mother Sharda Devi, who wants to renounce the world and who wants to, shape their lives, keeping the Holy Mother's personality in the center. I want to start before starting the Ramakrishna Mat, the monastery, in the name of Sri Ramakrishna. That was his wish, but it didn't materialize. Only at the centenary of Holy Mother Sharda Devi, we were able to start Sharda Mat. Once, we can also remember very clearly, before he's going to Chicago's Parliament of Religions, he writes a letter to Holy Mother Sharda Devi. Mother, I have got an idea, desire that I want to go to Chicago's America, where Chicago's Parliament of Religions is there. What do you say? I do need your permission. And Holy Mother sends a permission. And of course, he will have a vision at the same time that where Sri Ramakrishna is holding his hand and is walking on the sea. Then he got a vision of Sri Ramakrishna. At the same time, Holy Mother sends her blessings through a letter. Then he decides to go to Chicago's Parliament of Religion. Such an amount of devotion, faith, Swami Vivekananda had on Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi. Because they were all well aware, who is she? When Holy Mother, regarding Holy Mother's shrine, one Swami Shivanji Maharaj, Mahapurush Maharaj makes a beautiful comment, because we all go to Belur Mat, we all go and pay our respects in the Holy Mother shrine in the Belur Mat, that's all fine. But if we know such incidents, our devotion will be much more. He tells, Sati, because she fell in the Homakunda, Agnikunda, and Shiva, he took the corpse of the mother Sati and he was dancing, and Vishnu, through his Sudarshana Chakra, he cut into the pieces and it fell at a different places. A part, an organ of a mother Sati fell at some place and it became a Shakti Peeth. Imagine. Somewhere, like for example, in the Calcutta itself, Kali Ghat, they say that either tongue or the toe of the mother Kali has fallen, no, Sati has fallen. That's why it is called Shakti Pit. Narrating this, Mahapurush Maharaj, Swami Shivanji says, if a part, a organ of Sati has fallen and it has created such a big Tirtha Kshetra, pilgrimage place, now here in the Belur Math, the entire Sati's body was offered to Agni Deva, then imagine what will be the power of Belur Math. What will the power of this place where the whole Sati's body was burned into ashes in this place? Imagine how much power power can be here in the Belur. Only the few people can understand it. So when we go to Holy Mother's shrine in the Belur Math, either physically or mentally, we can remember this incident so that our devotion, our respects towards that place, it increases so that we'll be able to continue our spiritual practices in a better way. And I think Mahapurush Maharaj or Baburam Maharaj, Premanandji or Raja Maharaj, they say that. She's the universal mother. Why? Because many times, we are not able to accept many people because of their sin. They were able to see, you see. We cannot accept them as our disciples because if we accept of their sins, we will have a problem. It will have a negative effect on our body and our life. As a result, we send such type of sinners, the greatest sinners probably, to Holy Mother, but Holy Mother herself accepts everyone and anyone because she is Mother Sati. Other than her, who else can accept? She accepts all sinners. She drinks all the poison and she bestows the blessings on the humanity and on all the sinners. Other than Mother, Holy Mother, who else can do this? Who else can digest that poison? Who else can digest the sin? This was told by either Baburam Maharaj or Mahapurush Maharaj or Raja Maharaj, or they were conversing in the Belur Math, they discussed. So these all incidents will give a bird eye view. It will give an idea. It clears that Holy Mother Sharda Devi is the universal Adi Shakti, Prakrutim Paramam, Abhayam Varadam. He is Parama Prakriti, she is the Parama Prakriti. From this whole world has come, where the whole world come has created or ejected, and for the whole world, she is the Adhara. And if it gets merged, the pralay happens also, it gets merged in her because she is the Adhishtatri, she is the substratum for the entire universe and for all beings. And such a primordial power, such the universal power, Adi Shakti, Parashakti, she has come in this, she has descended as a Mother Sharda to bless us, to take us from animalness to the humanness, or from the humanness to the divineness, to lift all of us to the higher heights in the spiritual life. That's why she has descended in this Kali Yuga just 150 or 175 years before to shower her grace on all of us so that we'll be able to take the life, spiritual path. And imagine, before the advent of Sri Ramakrishna or Holy Mother Sharda Devi, the spiritual path would have been very easy. Without reading Vedas, Upanishads to larger extent like Pandits, we are able to understand the essence of these things. Why? Because by reading Sri Ramakrishna's life and teachings, by reading Holy Mother's life and teachings, by reading Swami Vivekananda's life and teachings, we have know what is the essence of Vedas and Vedanta or Upanishads. That is the greatness. They have made religion such a simple. Just like for an example, banana, you remove the skin and you give ready to eat in the present day in all the malls we get. So similarly, the whole religion has been removed the unnecessary things, unnecessary parts, and just like ready to eat as a ready-made product, they have kept the religion in our hands and saying that okay, this is the religion, just swallow it or just digest it so that you will understand, you will be able to understand who are you, what is your real nature, are you the Divya Atma, the divinity you can understand. They have made such a simple. Probably because of their descent, because of their coming on this earth, thousands of people, we common people from the common folk, from the different countries, from the different caste, country, religion, creed, and all, we are able to take the shelter at their feet and we are able to live the spiritual life. We are able to understand Upanishads, Vedanta, etc., so on and so forth, because of their descent. This is what happens when the avatara comes. The religion, the spirituality will be such, they will make in such a way that it becomes very near to us. But unfortunately, many times, due to ignorance, will not be able to. So their grace is paramount to all of us. So let us all pray sincerely so that let Holy Mother's grace be on all of us, so that we shall be the fittest instruments in their hands to serve their cause, to continue their work, and also to understand who are we, or to understand who are they, to realize who are they, so that our lives will be blessed. By understanding who are they will not get anything, they will not be achieving anything. Rather, our lives will be blessed. Such a blessed life we shall have by their infinite grace. So tomorrow we will have a Sri Ramakrishna and his infinite grace at the same time from 5:30. पवित्रं चरितं यस्य पवित्रं जीवनं तथा पवित्रता स्वरूपिण्यै तस्यै कुर्मो नमो नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ओम तत्सत्। श्रीरामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।